What's up you awesome viewers, and we are back again at a Sly Cooper Parents video. Now, didn't I come up with a parents video a short while back? Yes, I did. However, in that video, I didn't really discuss about Sly meeting his parents in the past. That video was more about talking about his parents, what they could have looked like, the mystery behind the portrait. And after reading the comments, some people liked the video, some people were completely confused, and some people completely disliked the whole theory about the parents. Now, that video had some pretty far-fetched ideas, but still it was pretty cool to go over those ideas. Oh, and if you haven't seen that video, I think you should check it out. It's pretty interesting, alright? So for this video, I'd like to discuss about Sly actually saving his parents in the past. Since Sly Cooper 4 Thieves in Time introduced us to time travel, meeting his parents could be a possibility. However, there could be some complications. You guys probably already know what might happen in the future, and what might happen to Sly. Now, before I get into any detail, guys, in 2013 there was this podcast about Sly Cooper 4. It featured Matt Kraemer from Sanzaru and Kevin Miller. Before the release of Sly Cooper 4, fans wondered if Sly would actually visit his parents in the past. If I remember correctly, Matt Kraemer was against that idea. For Sly Cooper 4, I mean. He felt like that would completely alter Sly's future, and because of what happened in the past, he became who he is. Because of his parents' death, he met Murray and Bentley and turned into a master thief. And back in the day, I guess Sanzaru Games didn't feel like making the game way too dark. Cause look, if Sly time travels to the past, meets his parents and saves them, then that might completely alter the future. And at a point, Sly must realize that his parents must actually die to save the future, and that can get pretty sad and dark at the same time. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Alright, we know that Sly is currently stuck in ancient Egypt. What if he finds a way to time travel to the time his parents existed? Okay, and what if he did? What would that cause exactly? Well, that would completely alter the future. And why? It's simple. If his parents remain alive, maybe that would cause Sly to never become who he actually is in the future. The guy who put an end to Clockwerk with the help of his friends. If Sly never becomes who he is in the future, then Clockwerk might simply succeed in getting rid of the Coopers. That's what I would imagine happening in the future. How did Sly defeat Clockwerk in Sly Cooper 1? It's simple. He had Bentley and Murray. Bentley was the brains. And what about the brains of his father's gang? Well, we had Dr. M. And we learned that Dr. M betrayed them. He moved on. So basically, the father's gang was separated. McSweeney was protecting the map to the vault, and Dr. M simply moved on. So if the Sly we know doesn't exist in the future, then how would the father stop Clockwerk? Well, here are two things I can come up with. One, Sly could help his father. Sly learned a lot of things from Bentley, and he could use that to put an end to Clockwerk. Or two, Bentley and Murray find Sly, and they decide to help Sly defeat Clockwerk once and for all. All of this is wonderful and all, but what would happen to Sly's future? What would happen to him? Well, if the gang succeeds in beating the Fiendish Five and Clockwerk in the past, then that means Sly's parents would remain alive. But if his parents remain alive, Sly would never end up in the orphanage in the first place. And if so, he would never meet Bentley and Murray in the first place. And without his friends, he would never turn into who he is, the master thief that we know. Not only that, the future might completely go haywire, even if Sly learns skills from his father. Think about it, guys. His father no longer has the help of Dr. M. And plus, Sly wouldn't even meet Bentley, the brains who helped stop Clockwerk in Sly Cooper 1. Who would be the new brains? That's the question. Plus, how would they even stop Dr. M in the future? The gang met Penelope in the future and she helped the gang defeat Dr. M. So with Penelope and Bentley out of the equation, how would Sly in the future stop the villains? Would he try to look for Bentley? If he does try and look for Bentley, what would happen? Well, it's simple really. Sly would probably try to convince Bentley to help them. However, Bentley might completely refuse since, you know, he might think that the Coopers are thieves and criminals. If Sly's parents remained alive, then Sly would have never met Bentley in the orphanage. As a result, Sly would never become friends with Bentley, and they never would have built the friendship we know today. Alright, come to think of it, what if Sly's parents remaining alive would cause Murray and Bentley to never end up in the orphanage? Now, how would that be possible? Well, if their parents, Murray and Bentley's parents I mean, had some kind of connection with Sly Cooper's parents, then maybe none of them would have ended up in the orphanage. What if Bentley and Murray's parents were friends with Sly Cooper's parents? No one really knows, so this is just a theory, guys, okay? But what if Sly's parents remaining alive caused a chain of events? We don't really know what happened to Murray and Bentley's parents. What if their parents were involved with the Coopers at one point? What if, since Dr. M was out of the equation, what if his dad was looking for brains for a short amount of time for something? I don't know. Who knows what happened in the past? We can't tell. And Bentley probably got those brains from someone, probably his father. What if his father helped Sly Cooper's father at one point? We don't know, and that's what's actually interesting about Murray and Bentley. They simply ended up in the orphanage and met Sly. What if their parents were truly close friends and were protecting each other? What if Sly's parents' death caused the death of Bentley and Murray's parents? We're not too sure. If Sly's parents remained alive, then Bentley and Murray's parents would have remained alive as well. Okay, Bentley's father helping Sly's father at one point might make a bit of sense. However, what about Murray's father? Murray probably got the muscles from someone, his father, let's say. Okay, the original Cooper gang had Mick Sweeney, right? Have you ever wondered how Mick Sweeney actually trained? What if his trainer was Murray's dad? Okay, this sounds far-fetched, no doubt, I'm just saying, alright? Okay, now let's get back to the basics. Sly Cooper time travels to his parents' time. Bentley and Murray try to find a way to find Sly. They succeed, they find him, and then they realize that Sly's about to save his parents. But then, either Murray or Bentley might try to stop Sly and tell him, Sly, I know these are your parents, but don't do this. If you do this, you might never meet us in the orphanage in the future, and you might not even become who you are. And that's exactly what we all think might happen in the future. And then Sly would have to make a decision. Save his parents, or watch his parents die. What can I say, guys? It's pretty sad. And what if Sly actually watched his parents die right in front of him? That would be completely dark. And one way to avoid this dark moment is to simply not show the scene. Sly and Murray and Bentley might simply just go back to the future, like nothing happened. They'd go back to the future right before the Fiendish 5 attack. There was actually the scene at one point where we saw Sly in the closet watching his parents die. To have Sly from the future watch his parents die again right in front of him would be just sad. And yes, I've said sad probably 50 times now. It is sad. To witness something terrible like that twice is just crazy. Okay, what if we twist this theory a bit? And what do I mean by that? What if Sly time travels before he was born and meets his parents? What would happen? Well, who knows, maybe he might time travel to the time where Dr. M was still nice. Plus, when Sly was young, his father put an end to their adventure. So Sly would basically time travel to when Sly's father was still in action, where he was following the legacy. What if Sly is the one who actually gave his dad the cane? It's too complicated. Sly got the cane in the past, and him giving it back to his father in the past, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. Let's assume Sly meets his father in that time. Anything could happen. If Sly meets his father, that could alter the future. We don't know how, maybe it might not, but we can't really tell. However, knowing that Sly is pretty skilled in the future, if he goes back to the past, teaches the father a few skills, then that might cause the Coopers to completely outsmart Clockwerk in the past. And if Clockwerk is defeated in the past, then Sly's parents would probably remain alive, and that would cause Sly to never end up in the orphanage, or never to be born. And if Sly's erased in the past, he would just disappear in the future. And like I said 50 times in this video, it would be pretty sad. So there you have it, folks, another Sly Cooper Parents Theory video. So what do you think, guys? Do you think that maybe Sucker Punch or Sanzaru or another company might decide to go with a plot like this? Something dark and sad? Do you think this theory is way too dark? Sly meeting his parents, watching his parents die right in front of him again? Would you like to see such a plot in Sly Cooper 5 or in future games? Tell me what you think. And if you found this theory far-fetched again, compared to the other video, then it's fine with me, but it still was pretty cool to go over these ideas, alright? I've realized that a lot of you love these types of videos, and I find that so cool of you guys. And thank you, I really appreciate it, guys. So with that being said, I've been Vivi, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.